Well, welcome again to Valley Speedway. We are live on Twitch. Also, Ink TV from Roku TV is here shooting video and footage for their new TV show called The 411. So excited to have them in the house. Again, about 7 minutes here we'll get going. We got our internet connection back up so I can talk a little bit about our current points right now. Good battle in our EMOD division. Race Martin, Braden Royce, Jim Gout, and Cole Ryan. That is your top four. Got about 350 points separating those top four. In our IMCA Mod Light division, four-time national champion Dylan Rafferty out of Kansas City, Missouri, leading the points 44 points over Michael Rafferty. Jeff Rafferty in third and Tyler Farrell in fourth. That is your top four in points here. Dylan Rafferty picked up the win last week here at Valley Speedway. Up next in our A1 Trading Post Pure Stock division, extremely close. We've got a tie for first between Cody Owenberg and Eddie Knoll. Eddie Knoll picked up the feature win here 2 weeks ago. His dad, Ed Knoll, running third in points, picked up the win last week. Spencer Rife fourth in points, and Ashley Mueller in fifth. In our USRA B-Mod division, a tight battle. Only 250 points, 238 points separating our top four. Austin Charles leading that points race right now. Last year's 2024 track champion here at Valley Speedway, currently leading the points with Travis Alexander 97 points behind, as we got less than 100 points between Austin Charles and Travis Alexander. Sebastian Wolfenberger in third and Mike Ryan in fourth. So tight battles here this year in all of our divisions. Again, guests in the house tonight, our MoCan IMCA Sprint Car Division, 14 checked in tonight. So should be exciting to see what happens, as Jay Russell was your last time feature winner here, last time they were in. And you might have noticed, coming out of retirement, helping us out this week and again next week up in the flag stand, KP, glad to have you back. Our flagman, Rodney Hawkins, unfortunately is going to have open heart surgery this next week, so we want to make sure we lift him up in our prayers, keep him in our thoughts as that goes smoothly. Talk to Rodney. He's going to have to take off the rest of the season. So we will have another Max Grogan, longtime legend flagman, will be back in the tower here at Valley Speedway in a couple weeks. Once Paul gets off, as we do have lined up in staging our first pure stock heat race of the evening. Again, opening ceremony starting here in just a few minutes. But what a wonderful weekend of weather we have had. First of weekend in August, and beautiful weather in the 70s. Sure beats the last couple weeks here when it was 100 degrees. So, again, stay hydrated. Make sure you get down to the trackside concession, get yourself something good to eat as we're getting ready to start our opening ceremonies. On behalf of Dennis Stroud and all the track staff here at Valley Speedway, we want to thank you again for coming and enjoying your evening with us. If you would, at this time, please rise, remove your hats if able, for tonight's invocation. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for this opportunity to come out and enjoy this sport we love. Lord, thank you so much for blessing us with this beautiful weather. that we have this evening. Lord, please keep your protective hand upon all drivers, racers, and spectators tonight. We want to make sure everybody makes it home safely and back here next week for another great night of racing. Lord, we also want to lift up our flagman, Rodney Hawkins. Keep your protective hand upon him as he has his open heart surgery this week. Want to make sure that we have the best outcome possible, get him back up in that stand, that flag stand as quick as possible. In your loving name, amen. If you would, please remain standing for your national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we marched, were so gallantly streaming.
Race fans, it is that time of the night. Who's excited to be back in the house here for another great weekend of racing here at Valley Speedway? Up first on the racetrack will be our A1 Trading Post Pure Stock Division heat race on the setting in, staging, getting ready to pull on to the racetrack. But starting on the pole in that 15E, last week's feature winner, Ed Knoll, starting outside of him, the young gun. I like to call him Bigfoot, the 14-year-old phenom. Eddie Knoll is starting tailback on the field. Five-time.
All right, drivers, let me eight laps,
Speedway, and multi-time feature winner here at Valley Speedway in that maxed out trucks. Number 7 machine, that is Spencer Rife. 8 laps the distance. In our first of one heat race for our pure stock division. Caution lights are out. Traffic controller gave them the 1 to go. As talked to Ed Knoll, had some problems last night up at US 36. Going to work out the kinks in that car hopefully tonight. Change the carburetor as he heads off into the Rob's Trucking start zone. Green flag high in the air. We are racing here at Valley Speedway. Ed Knoll out to the lead, hustles him down the backstretch with Eddie Knoll and Spencer Rife right there. Could throw a blanket over to the top 3. The 1 lap down. As we've got a challenge for that second place position. Spencer Rife slips up just a little bit, coming off a 2, runs right back to the rear bumper. of that 15 machine of Eddie Knoll. Good battle going on here for your second and third place positions. But out front by about a second here. Yep, just about a second. That is Ed Knoll in the 15 machine. 3 laps down, 5 to go. 3 laps down, 5 to go. Spencer Rife finding some speed in that number 7 machine. Able to run down that 15 machine, working that middle to low line. The racetrack's going to widen out all night, nice and smooth. Tons of moisture in this racetrack as we are 4 down. Make that 5 down, 3 to go. 5 down, 3 to go. Ed Knoll, Eddie Knoll, Spencer Rife. White flag this time by, for your race leader in that 15E machine. That is Ed Knoll. Eddie Knoll in second and Spencer Rife in third. And your heat race winner of the evening in our A1 Trading Post Pure Stock Division. The 15E of Ed Knowles. Eddie Knoll in second. Spencer Rife in third. Well, let's let him hear as he comes down the front stretch. Your heat race winner in that 15E machine, that is Eddie Knoll. Ed Knoll. Up next is our our Valley MO division. 2 heats tonight.
All right, drivers, this will be an 8
Starting
lap.
on the
8 laps
pole,
to give you 1
multi-time
one to go to place.
feature winner and past track champion coming out of retirement. First time here this year in that 33 machine. That's Jeremy Curlis. Starting outside of him, multi-time feature winner in that 51C machine. That's Cole Ryan. Starting inside, that is Brandon Abrams. Starting outside of him in the 12H machine, that's Drew Hilt. Truman Asher on the inside. Green flag high in the air. We are back racing at Valley Speedway. Cole Ryan. Jeremy Curlis. That is your top 2. Got a good battle for that second, third, and fourth place position. Truman Asher and Braden Abrams and Hilt in that 12 ounce machine. 2 laps down, 6 to go. 2 laps down, 6 to go. Cole Ryan out to about a second lead over Jeremy Curlis. But Jeremy Curlis looking really good. First time out this season in that 33 machine. The 233 of Braden. Looking good also. Truman Asher there in fourth. 5 laps down. This time by, 5 laps down. This time by for your leader in that 51C, as we've got a caution on the racetrack. Yellow is on, debris on the racetrack.
You guys blew the door open. Go low on the front street.
Debris on the racetrack. Gonna get that off. right, got that debris off the racetrack. Race command talking to these racers, making sure the lineup is correct. Lineup is correct. 5 down, 3 to go. 5 down, 3 to go in this first of 2 Valley E-Mod heat races. Again, we'll go single file, double file in our features with the Delaware double file restarts, but in our heat races, we go single file. Cole Ryan on the hammer. We are back racing here at Valley Speedway. Good battle as Jeremy Curtis pulls up the racetrack, allows that 2-4-3 machine up beside him. We've got a side-by-side battle for that second and third position. But Cole Ryan out to about a 5-car length advantage as a white flag this time by. But we've got a battle again. It looks like we've got a new second place in that 243. But your heat race winner will be Cole Ryan. Cole Ryan, Braden Abrams, Jeremy Curtis, Truman Asher. That is your top 4. But fans, let's let him hear it as he comes down the front stretch. Your heat race winner in that Weir's Farms Fast Lane Engines number 51C, that is Cole Ryan. Up next on the racetrack will be our second heat race in our Valley E-Mod division, starting on the pole in the 75B. That is Braden Royce. Starting outside of him in the 421, that's Trixon Long. Starting inside, row number 2 in the 27K machine, that's Jim Couch. Starting outside in that 11E machine, that is Emmy Ryan. I'm going to be doing an interview with Emmy Ryan and intermission at the flag stands. I always love talking to our young drivers here. She's going to be moved up to the pole, the 421, actually going back to the rear. Green flag high in the air. Ray Smart gets a good start. Started 6th, running 2nd, jumps the cush, able to save it as we're going to stay clean and green. Braden Royce hustles them on down into 1 and 2, or 3 and 4, and down the straightaway and the lead. That first lap, that is Braden Royce. Braden Royce, Emmy Ryan, Ray Smart, that is your top 3. Got a challenge for that P2 position as Ray Smart gets around that 11E machine of Emmy Ryan. Jim Cow up to 4th. 3 laps down, 5 to go. Let's see if that 75 machine can run down that other 75B machine of Braden Royce. Four laps down. 4 to go. Time running out of the hourglass for that 75 machine, trying to run down that 75B machine of Braden Royce. Both working that middle to high line. Braden Royce gets a good run coming off of turns 2 there, pulls out a little bit further. Let's see if the time, he's got enough time to run him down, as the gap did shrink that time by about 0.4 of a second. 6 laps down. White flag next time by. White flag is out for that 75B machine. In that Upco Pet Supply, number 74B of Braden Royce. The 75 of Ray Spartan in second. And it looks like something may have broke. Oh, caution on the racetrack for the 11E of Emmy Ryan. Jump the cush up there in 4. That high side can be treacherous
Green, white, checker.
and extremely fast, but it can reach out and jump and get you really quickly. Emmy Ryan and that Weir's Farms Northland Ready Mix sponsored machine with Bad Luck having a great run there up until jumping the cush there. We have a one spin rule here in the heat races.
All right, drivers, we'll go one to go right here. Green, white, checker.
I'm going to go one to go, green, white, checkered. Braden Royce sure did not want to see that as Race Martin had cut into that lead by about 0.4 of a second each lap. See if that young man can hold off this pack of wolves behind him as Braden Royce leads him off into the Rob's Trucking restart zone. Green flag high in the air. Race Martin goes to the bottom side of the racetrack, but Braden Royce able to hold him off as white flag will be out this time by as Gunnar Martin works that bottom side. We've got side by side at the flag stand, but that young man in that 75 machine able to hold off the 75 of Race Martin. Braden Royce got one last chance for Race Martin, but your heat race winner will be Braden Royce in that 75B machine. That Upco, that Supply, Child's Play, number 75. Valley fans, let's give it up to that heat race winner in that 75B. That is Braden Royce. Up next on the racetrack will be our IMCA Mod Light division.
All right, drivers, this will be 8-lap heat race, 8 laps. I'll give you one to go at the flag
Going to
stand.
have one heat race, but starting on the pole in the 84 machine, that is Joe Gunn. Starting outside of him in the 73, that's Matthew Rafferty. Starting inside row number 2 in the 04 machine, that's Zach Christopher out of Holt, Missouri. Starting outside of him, our bus driver, the 98 machine of Jeff
All right,
Rafferty.
drivers, safety lights
Starting
on. We'll
third
go
row
green flag
inside
racing
in
this
that
time,
34
8 laps.
car,
Here we go.
getting faster and faster every week. That is Tyler Farrell. And you're outside of him in the 41, Michael Rafferty, and tailback on the field, Dylan Rafferty. Green light high in the air. And what a jump. 4th to 1st for Jeff Rafferty. Jeff Rafferty working that top shelf, goes from the tail, or goes from 4th to 2nd. But looky here, that 4-time IMCA national champion from the tail to P2 in 2 laps. 2 laps down, 6 to go, 2 laps down, 6 to go, Jeff Rafferty. Last time by, the separation was .424. This time by, it is .204. And yep, Dylan Rafferty gets underneath it, but Jeff Rafferty gets a good run there on the bottom side, coming off of 3 and 4. But your new leader will be Dylan Rafferty. Dylan Rafferty in that 46 machine. Jeff Rafferty running 2nd. Michael Rafferty, good battle for that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place position. But Michael Rafferty will lead that lap that time by over Tyler Farrell. 5 laps down, 3 to go. Make that 6 laps down. This time by 2 to go for your 4-time IMCA national champion, currently leading the national championship points. That 46 machine of Dylan Rafferty. Traffic control gives the white flag that time by. One more time around this quarter-mile high bank racetrack here at Valley Speedway for that 46 machine of Dylan Rafferty. Jeff Rafferty in 2nd, Michael Rafferty in 3rd, and your winner tonight in your 46 of Dylan Rafferty. Jeff Rafferty in second, Michael Rafferty in third. Well, let's give it to him one more time. Valley fans, for your heat race winner in your IMCA Mod Light Division, Dylan Rafferty. Up next on the racetrack will be our USRA heat races. 2 heat races in the books tonight. Starting on the pole in that 19B machine, Cody Bray. Starting outside of him, last week's feature winner in that
laps. You got 1 to go at the flag stand.
2X machine, that is Cole Hamilton. Cole Hamilton. Starting inside in that 75 machine, that is Sebastian Wolfenberger piloting that Gunnar Martin machine tonight. And then starting tailback on the field in the Northland Ready Mix Weir's Farm sponsored number 51M, that is high flying Mike Ryan. 8 laps the distance as they head off into the Rob's Trucking start zone. Good start that time by Cole Hamilton. Good run on that top side. Cody Bray battling back there on the bottom. And Sebastian Wolfenbarger right there with them. Good jump. Bray jumping the cush there just a little bit. Allowed that 75 machine of Sebastian Wolfenbarger to get by him. 1 lap down. Make that 2 laps down. 2 laps down for your leader in that 2X machine of Cole Hamilton. Sebastian Wolfenbarger in second. Cody Bray in third. And high flying Mike Ryan. This time by 4 laps down, halfway home in this 8-lap heat race. Cole Hamilton out to a 1.258 second lead. Sebastian Wolfenbarger shifting up his line there, going to the high side. Let's see if he can follow his tracks through. Cut into that lead that Cole Hamilton has on the field right now as he keeps stretching that out just a little bit each time by. White flag next time by. For your leader, taking the white flag that time by Cole Hamilton. Sebastian Wolfenbarger and Cody Bray, but your heat race winner in your USRA B Mod division will be Cole Hamilton.
All right, drivers, that is a complete race, drivers, complete race. Yellow's on.
All right. Let's give it up to him one more time. Coming down the front stretch, your heat race winner in your USRA B Mod division. That is Cole Hamilton. Up next on the racetrack. Second heat race starting on the pole. In that RNS Automotive,
right,
number 14, that is Cameron Grindstaff. Starting outside of him in that 81 machine, your current points leader, last year's track champion. After a week up in Minnesota racing with those guys, back here this week in that 81 machine, that is Austin Charles.
Green flag this time,
Second in points, starting on the inside, second row in that 36 machine. Out of Tonganoxie, Kansas, that is Travis Alexander. And this Chapman in the 25 machine. 8 laps the distance off into the restart zone. Green flag high in the air. Good start for that 14 machine of Cameron Grindstaff. Working that bottom side. Austin Charles working that top. We've got them side by side. Entering into 3. Cameron Grindstaff. Looky there. Travis Alexander gets a good run up to second. We've got a battle shaping up here in our second USRA B Mod heat race of the evening. Could throw a blanket over that top three. Going three wide, three deep, sell them cheap there. As Cameron Grindstaff able to get a good run coming off. Holds off that 81 machine and that 36 machine of Cameron, or of Austin Charles. Good run down the back stretch as we'll have 4 laps down this time by. 4 laps down this time by. Halfway home. David Chapman getting a little bit out of shape there. Dennis Chapman getting a little bit out of shape there. Able to recollect it. We will stay clean and green as Austin Charles moves up the racetrack trying to get around that 36 machine. Setting P3, wants to be P2. Cameron Grindstaff with a good run in that elite signs. R&S Automotive Rage chassis going to work there.
White flag, white flag.
Car. White flag this time by. White flag this time by for your heat race. Cameron Grindstaff, Travis Alexander, Austin Charles. That is your lineup there. And your heat race winner in that 14 machine, Cameron Grindstaff.
All right, drivers, that will be
Let's give it to him one more time. Coming down the front stretch, your heat race winner in that 14 machine, RMPM Motorsports, Cameron Grindstaff. All righty, up next. Will be our MoCan IMCA Sprint Car Division. Lineup will look a little something like this in our first of 2 heat races for our MoCan IMCA Sprint Cars. 4K of Kendall Weymouth starting on the pole. Outside of him in the 33W, that is Landon Muhlenberger. Starting inside row number 2 all the way from Des Moines, Iowa in that 9 machine, that is Lanny Moore. Starting outside of him out of Harrisonville, Missouri in that 55 machine, that is Kenny Potter. Kenny Potter. Starting inside row number 3 in that 6 machine, Logan Moore. Starting outside in that 46 machine, that is Peyton White. And starting tailback on the field in that 17X machine, that's Jake Martins. That 9 machine had a great run last night, running in the top 5 up at US 36. Race command giving them the order to stack up.
All right, drivers, let's get them lined up. It looks like 55 went off the track, so we'll just move the outside row up.
Looks like the 55 of Kenny Potter not making the call. We'll bunch him up. Lineup is correct.
All right, drivers, lights are out. We'll go green
Lights
flag
are
racing
out.
this time,
Caution
8
lights are
laps.
out.
Here we
We'll
go.
go green flag this next time by. For Weymouth and Muhlenberger on the front row as they lead them down the back chute. Into the Rob's Trucking start zone. Green flag high in the air. We are racing here at Valley Speedway in our 305. Oh, a little contact between Muhlenberger and Moore. Got one turned around.
Yellow's on, yellow's on. Go
Yellow
high in 1 and 2.
is
Go
on.
high
Let's
in
see if
1
we
and
can
2.
get that.
It'll be a complete restart,
6
drivers.
machine of
Complete
Logan Moore.
restart.
Push back off. No laps scored. Will be a complete restart for our MoKan IMCA Sprint Car Division. Able to get that number 6 machine up more, facing the right way. See if we can get her re-fired off, as it looked like just light contact there. Have lost the 4K machine of Kendall Wymuth. Something awry on that 4K machine. Took it back pit side, which will move Lanny Moore up into that pole position as we get that 6 machine fired off here. Looks like we've got a push truck needing a push. That's the first time I've ever seen that, I think. But we've got a push ranger needing a push there. As something went awry on that machine, we'll get that. Again, losing the 4K. Something awry on that machine. As we get that 6 machine of Logan Moore pushed off, refired, going to join the rear of the field. In our MoKan IMCA Sprint Division, they get 2 cautions. It's part of the sanctioning body with the IMCA. So we have to run them off.
All right, drivers, we'll go 1 to go this time, 1 to go this time.
They do also do an invert, which makes it really, really interesting come feature time. But we'll get that last bit of safety crew off the racetrack. Caution lights are out. We'll go green this time by Moore. Oh, good start there for Moore. And we've got him 2 deep, Cheek coming out of turns number 2, but out there, out front in that 9 machine of Laney, Moore, London Muhlenberger running second. Peyton White in third. That is your top 3. 3 laps down. Four laps down, halfway home. Muhlenberger gets a little bit crossed up there. Going through a hole there in the center of 1 and 2. Allows Moore to pull out a little bit farther. See if he changes his lineup that time. He did. Peyton White, we've got a good battle for that 3rd, 4th place position between Peyton White and Jake Martins. 6 laps down. Next time by will be a white flag. Next time by, white flag for Lanny Moore. Muhlenberger in second, White in third, but your heat race winner, Lanny Moore, out of Des Moines, Iowa. Making the trip down from Des Moines, Iowa, your heat race winner. Let's pay her off one more time. That is Lanny Moore. Up next on the field will be our second heat race of the evening in our MoKan IMCA Sprint Car Division, starting on the pole. out of Woodward, Iowa. In that 43 machine, that is Jake Greenwood. Starting in outside of him in row number 1 in that 1 machine, that is Greg Murray. Starting inside row number 2 in that 4 machine, that is Brett Combs. Starting outside of him, ran second here last time they were here, that is Curtis Evans. Starting third row inside last time the MoKan IMCA sprint cars were in the house, the 76 of Jay Russell able to get her done and pick up his second win of the season here at Valley Speedway. Starting third row inside. Outside of him in that 6th spot in the 5P, that is James Turnbull. And starting tail back on the field in the 78C machine, that is Chance Cody. This will be our nightcap for our heat races this evening.
All right, drivers, looks like everybody is running and the track is clear, so let's work on getting them warmed up and lined up.
All right, we'll get them racked and stacked. Again, want to thank Ink TV for being in the house tonight, doing a little bit of information on Roku TV here, shooting some footage for that new TV show called The 411. Got to chalk with those young gentlemen here earlier this evening as we've got them racked.
All right, drivers, be an 8-lap heat race, 8 laps, so
ready
you want to go to the flag.
This quarter-mile racetrack here at Valley Speedway for our last heat race of the evening in our IMCA MoKan Sprint Division. Extremely fast tonight as the cars were in that first heat race. We're averaging about 13.2 seconds. Let's see what we've got with this. Green flag high in the air. But out to that lead, that first lap, that'll be Jake Greenwood. But Jay Russell up from 5th to 2nd, 1 lap down. Make that 2 laps down. But out to the lead right now, 3 laps down. Make this 4 halfway home, this time by Jake Greenwood. Jay Russell and Brett Combs, so that'll be your top 3. But up over the cushion, able to keep her fired up. Yes, it does. We'll stay clean and green. Brett Combs, little bit of bad luck there, jumping the cushion, allows that Evans car, Curtis Evans, up into that 4th place position. But looky here now, running down that '42 machine. Looky there, Jay Russell started 5th, sitting P2, wants to be P1, as we've got a challenge for the lead off into 1 and 2. But able to hold him off, your heat race winner.
All right, yellow's on, drivers. Yellow's on, yellow's on, yellow's on.
Greenwood.
That's a complete race, drivers.
Greenwood. That will conclude our hot laps, or heat races for the evening. Take about I'm waiting for Race Command to tell me when we're going to start up. 8 o'clock. We'll start our first feature, so we've got about a 22-minute break here. Get down, get yourself something at the concession stand, as I'm going to head down trackside, do an interview real quick. So I'll see you down there trackside here in just a second. Well, hey, Valley fans, up here in the tower with one of our young lady drivers here at Valley Speedway. Emmy, how are you, my dear?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Getting faster and faster every week. Was really doing well in that heat race. Jumped the cook in that high side a little bit. He can be treacherous, but was able to come back and get a good finish there. What is on the agenda for you this year?
Well, in the next 2 months, I'm hoping, but I'm just trying as hard as I can every week and pushing myself more and more.
Yeah. Well, what do you do? You know, we know racing runs in your family. You know, high flying Mike Ryan being your dad and all. Cole Ryan, multi-time feature winner here in the EMOT division, your brother. We want to know what you do outside of working on these race cars.
Well, I just usually spend a lot of time with my family, really, and my friends. I sometimes work on my race car, but it's usually my dad that helps a lot. And, yeah.
Yeah, you get your hands dirty a little bit, though, there every once in a while?
Sometimes, yeah.
What are you doing in school? Where are you at? What's happening? You're on summer break right now, getting ready to go back into high school. And what are you studying? What's your future? What are you looking at as we want to try to get to know you a little better?
Well, I go to Winnetonka High School. I'm going to be a junior, and I'm really just trying. I'm in honors classes right now, and I want to become an ultrasound tech when I graduate.
Well, how about that? Well, Valley fans, let's give it up for one of our young lady drivers up here in the stand with me, Emmy Ryan, in the 11E machine. I'm going to put some music on. We're going to take about a 18-minute break here before we get back to racing action here at Valley Speedway. Also, remember, in between the features, I've got some T-shirts to give away. We'll be throwing those out into the stands here. Thanks to Russell Motorsports for donating them this evening here. Want to thank them again. But again, get down to the trackside concessions, grab yourself something good to eat. I recommend the pork tenderloin. The pork tenderloin's really good. I'm getting ready to go eat mine right now. But get yourself something good to eat, something cold to drink, and we'll be right back with you to get started with our A-feature events this evening. And hey, I want to give a shout out. I don't get to have this very often, but my oldest son is in town this weekend with my grandkids, so I got to spend some time with my grandkids this week. I want to thank Jeff Rafferty for giving my grandkids a ride down in the pits before the races. They had a blast. We do not have the bus running. Well, hold on. I was just told it might be.
Bury me in bottom land with my grandpa's rifle in my hand. Lord, just take me as I am. Bury me in bottom land. I am just a country boy. Where I come from didn't have no choice. But I've done well, or so I'm told. Baby, wear my watch, baby, sell my gold.
Test.
Bury me in bottom land
Valley Speedway. We like to stand up, light those phones up with your flashlights and send these guys and gals off at each one of these features. Give them a wave on that wave lap as I pull up. Our running order here. Again, our A1 trading pure stock division up first. Starting on the pole in the 15E last week's feature winner here in Ed Knoll. Starting outside of him, the young man, 14-year-old Bigfoot Eddie Knoll. And starting second row inside on the field in that maxed out trucks number 7 of Spencer Rife. Get the last remaining off the bus here. Get the bus pulled off the racetrack. Want to double check, make sure everybody's safe and sound. Get the gate locked and get ready. As we have a guest starter tonight, Colson Burns, 5-year-old grandson of the voice of Valley Speedway, up in the flag stand. Going to start this pure stock feature this evening as they are sitting over and staging. It's that time of night. Lights are coming on. Time to get excited as we've got a 15-lap A feature for our pure stock division. Pulling on the racetrack now.
All right, guys.
One to go to the flag stand. This will be your wave lap. Send them off. Wave your hat, your favorite color, favorite driver. Send them off as we get going. Caution lights are out on the speedway.
All right, drivers, safety lights out. We'll go green flag.
We'll go
racing this
green
time, 20
next
laps.
time by. Noel, Eddie and Ed Noel on the front stretch. Our front row getting ready to head off into the Rops Trucking start zone. On the loud pedal yell, man, spinning that flag. Yes, it is. Whoa, 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 we get them together. Spencer Rife up into second. Eddie Knoll to third. Ed Knoll will lead that first lap. Spencer Rife in second. Eddie Knoll in third. Are we going 20 or 15? Brandon, 20 or 15? Going 20 laps in this feature event. Ed Knoll, Spencer Rife gaining some speed in that 7 car. Been adjusting on it all year long, trying to get just a little more out of it. Having a good run tonight, running second. As you could throw a blanket over that top 3 as we've got a battle starting up for first, second, and third in that pure stock division. Car count down a little bit tonight, but boy, we don't lack nothing on race action. As Eddie Knoll working that top shelf, trying to get around that 7 machine. Set in P3, wants to be P2, as we'll have them side by side going down the front stretch. Spencer Rife able to hold him off that time by 5 down, 15 to go. 5 down, 15 to go. Spencer Rife working that bottom, catfishing around the bottom. Eddie Knoll on the top. Pulls beside him, but Spencer Rife will work that bottom side. But out to your lead, leading from the drop of the green in that 15E machine. That is Eddie Knoll. Vaseline engine, Schaefer roof. As we got a change in that second place position. Eddie Knoll up to second. Going to see if he's got enough time to run down his dad there in that 15 machine. Spencer Rife right there with him. Less than a second separate your first, second, and third cars as we've got 8 laps. Make that 9 laps down this time by. Halfway home the next time by. Halfway home, 10 down, 10 to go. 10 down, 10 to go this time by for your race leader, Ed Knoll, last week's feature winner in that 15 machine. Eddie Knoll cuts into that lead, trying to run his dad down. Got the wily veteran out front with that young gun right behind him. 14-year-old Eddie Knoll in that 15 machine. Pouring the wood to it as he's got a little bit of fuel. And you'll see him let off that as he enters the corner. A little bit of backfire there in the header. A little extra fuel coming out as Spencer Rife gets a little bit crossed up. Going to bring out the caution.
All right, drivers,
Spencer Rife
yellow's on, car spun into.
gets crossed up there in turns 1 and 2. Brings out the first caution as we got 12 laps down. 8 to go in this first of 5 A-feature events this evening.
All right, 15.
Ed Knoll, the old wily veteran, did not want to see that as that young gun.
15 he's in, 7 down.
14-year-old
1 to go at the flag stand, 1 to go at the flag stand. There's
cut
7 laps
into
remaining,
that
7 to
lead.
go.
Going to give him 1 to go here at the flag stand. We're going to go Delaware double file restart, so leader out front. First and second right behind him, side by side.
All right, drivers, safety lights out. We'll go green this
Safety
time.
lights are out. We're going to go green flag this next time by as Ed Knowles heads down the back chute, tightens them belts, cleans off those visors as they head off into 3 into the Rops Trucking restart zone. Leader starts the race on the loud pedal. Green flag high in the air. Here we go. Eddie Knoll able to pull to that rear quarter panel of that 15 machine. Racetrack changing a little bit, but right to the rear bumper of his dad in that 15. The young man catfishing around the bottom, trying to make that bottom line work. Spencer Rife not out of this yet as he's kind of running that same center line as we got 15 down. 4 to go, 5 to go, 15 down, 5 to go. 4 fingers and a thumb left in this A1 Trading Post Pure Stock feature event. Eddie Knoll pushes up the racetrack there just a little bit. Allows Spencer Rife to get up to that rear bumper. $17 down, 3 to go this time by. 17 down, 3 to go this time by. $18 down, 2 to go. White flag next time by. Time in the hourglass running out for that young man in that 15 machine trying to run down that wily veteran as the white flag comes out. But Eddie Knoll jumps up the racetrack there, allows Spencer Rifles. We've got him side by side going into 1 and 2. Spencer gets a little bit out of shape there, allows Eddie Knoll. But your feature winner tonight in your A feature for your A1, trading post.
All right, driver,
stock
safety
division.
lights are on.
Ed
That'll be a
Knowles,
complete
Eddie Knowles
race.
in
Car
second,
number 7,
Spencer
car number
Rife
7.
in third.
Stop on
Head
the
down
straight.
track
Front
side.
straight, they have a
Get a word with
contingency award for the car
the
number
winner
7.
of this feature. Pulling into victory lane. In that 15E machine, your feature winner, Ed Knoll. Getting his safety equipment off, helmet off. Up and out of the car. Valley fans, let's get him here at your A feature winner tonight in your pure stock division, Eddie Knowles. Ed, we're going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to do my interview before you get your pictures. Allow me a chance to get up to the stands. I'm going to talk to Spencer Rife, our last place feature winner tonight. We're doing a little contingency stuff with him. So, hey, caution comes out there late. You knew that young kid was behind you. What was going through your minds?
Oh, him just passing me probably, but the old man made it okay, I guess. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, you do it every week. Couldn't do it without him. He does all the wrenching on this stuff. His dad works to provide for your family there. But, hey, I know you got a lot of people to thank, get you up and down the road every week. Who do you got to thank make this thing happen?
Well, I sure appreciate Chris Littrell, Fast Lane Engines. He makes sure we're all in good shape all the time. Like I said, it don't matter if I'm racing a go-kart or a late model. He always makes sure I'm there and I got the right stuff. Sure appreciate him. And sure appreciate Michael, Jennifer, Dotson, Timberline. They've done a ton for us. Whole lot of stuff for my son. Sure appreciate them. I mean, they've done a whole lot of stuff for us. And Face Designs, Schaefer's Engine Oil, Dennis Elliott, and Burromax mini bikes. We got those. If anybody wants to check those out, they seem to be real popular right now. And we have those at the trailer. And just this surface, for what they got to work with, I like it slick, but I'll take this. And the racetrack is real racy. And so hats off to the track man. And God bless you all. Thank you.
Hey, Valley fans, let's get it up here one more time. Our A feature winner of the night, Ed Knoll. I'm going to get over here and get a word with Spencer Rife. Spencer, starting to find some speed. Was right there with him there pretty much all evening. I know Dad's been throwing all kinds of stuff at this thing. But, hey, who do you got to think get you up and down the road every week and make this possible for you?
Mom and Dad, of course. I mean, without them, I wouldn't be here. Motorman Bob, Morton Enterprises, Summit Lanes, Max Out Trucks, Sweet and Sour Cupcakes, Diamond Muffler, PBS Designs, Gears Unlimited, and my pit crew.
Well, hey, congratulations to tonight's winner of the contingency program. Getting faster, my friend. All right. Head back up tower. Up next will be our Valley. All right. We got a double down challenge, Eddie. Our photographer, Jimmy, if we go green to checkered in our Mod Light division tonight, they will get an opportunity to buy 100 photos for $25. Jimmy's been doing that here, picking a class every week. Want to thank him for doing all that hard work, getting all these great photos down in Victory Lane every week. As I'll get back up at the tower here, we'll give you your call here on our Valley email.
There's some cars stopped on the back straight. There's some cars stopped on the back straight here. Hang on. We're gonna have to get a push truck out there for the 421 apparently. So they'll be there. They'll be stopped back up there by the wall.
All right, Valley fans, your Valley MO division on the racetrack now.
Guys, keep it a nice slow
in
idle.
those first 3 rows.
Back there.
Got multiple time feature winners, about 8 feature winners of the year here. As we get Tristan Long fired off there. But starting on the pole, your current points leader here at Valley Speedway.
All right,
In that
drivers, now
Purett
the track is clear on the
Elite
back straight. Let's work
Signs,
on getting them lined
number
up. Let's get them
75
lined up.
of Grace Martin, starting outside of him in the Weirs Farms Northland Ready
All
Mix.
right, drivers, we'll go one to
Number
go if you come around. This will be your
51C,
wave lap. This will
that
be
is
a
Cole
20 lap
Ryan.
feature event. I'm going to give you the one
Starting
to go this time.
outside, or inside, in that 75B, that is Brandon Royce. And starting outside of him in that 243, that is Brandon Abrams. This is your wave lap this time by. Send them off as we get ready for the battle here at Valley Speedway.
All right, drivers, safety lights are out. We'll go green flag.
Safety lights are out. We'll go racing this time by as Grace Martin leads them off into the Rob Trucking start zone. Cole Ryan right there on the outside, and Abram gets a good run too. They hustle them off into 1 and 2. Truman Asher spits them 3 wide, coming off up from P5, P6 to P3 in 1 lap. Truman Asher 1 lap down. Grace Martin, Cole Ryan, Truman Asher, Braden Royce. That'll be your top 4. Again, going 20 laps of distance here. Emmy Ryan from the tail up 5 positions. Keep an eye out on that 11E machine as she gets down in the infield there a little bit, but able to keep her clean and green. As we're going to get into some lap traffic here in just a few minutes. We've got one up off the racetrack. Caution on the racetrack for the 421 of Tristan Long. Brings out that caution as we were going to get into some lap traffic there really soon. Great battle going on between that 75B and the 243 there for that 4th and 5th place position. 4 laps down, 16 to go. Still a lot of race left as we will go Delaware double file restart. Once race command check the field over, make sure everybody is okay. Lineup wise,
51C is in, 73 out, 75B in, 243
Cole
out,
Ryan, shoes of the inside, allowing
in,
Truman
12 out,
Asher to
33
the
in,
outside.
24S out, 13 in, 11 out, 0
Truman Asher in that
All right, drivers,
73
4
team.
laps are complete. We're going to have to get this
Extremely
car pushed
fast
off,
tonight.
so we'll be going here in just a couple of minutes.
Great run so far. Coming out of retirement in that 33 machine, Jeremy Curlis. Great to see that local racer back in the house, piloting that 33 machine. Iconic here at Valley Speedway.
Drivers,
All
we're
right,
going to put a
gonna
hook
have
on
to
this
get
one
the
real
wrecker
quick.
out
So
with that
just a couple more
421
laps here.
on the
Good to
hook.
go.
Bad luck for that rookie racer here in our Valley MO division. But currently, right now, leading five feature wins on the season. For Race Martin and that Picurate Networks Slayer chassis number 75. As they work to get that 421 off, the racetrack lineup is correct. So we'll go back to racing as soon as we get that 421 off the racetrack. But a good battle going on as Cole Ryan, Truman Asher setting P2 and P3, want to be P1. Going to do everything they can to get around that 75 machine of Race Martin. But got him up on the hook. Auto Tow Gran Valley doing some assisting tonight, helping us out. Got that 421 up on the hook. Going to come down the front stretch. Let's pay that driver off. Worked all week, had the night in short here in that 421 machine. Tough luck, something broke on that machine. But lineup is correct. Again, 4 laps down, 16 to go in this Valley.
Guys, we are going to go 1 to go this time. We're going to go 1 to go
this time by that top 5. Multiple feature winners.
All right, drivers,
that
safety
top
lights
five,
are out. We'll
any one
go
of those
green
top
flag
5
this
cars
time.
can
4 down,
win this
16 to
thing
go. Here we go.
Tonight, as we've got them racked and stacked and ready to attack this quarter-mile racetrack. Race Martin heads on down into the Rob's Trucking start zone. Gets on the loud pedal. Green flag flies. We've got them 2 by 2 by 2 behind the race leader, Truman Asher. Good battle on that top side. Cole Ryan on the bottom side. But it looks like Truman Asher up to second place. Yes, it will be. Truman Asher moving up to second. 5 laps down, 15 to go. Up and over the cush there for the 243. Able to regather it. We're going to stay clean and green. As Jeremy Curtis crossed up there sideways, able to straighten that car up. But Truman Asher closing the distance there on that 75 machine. Top 3, top 4 kind of checking out there just a little bit. Racetrack still got tons of moisture there on the top and bottom, but right now looks like up against the cush is the preferred line, as Truman Asher had cut into that lead that time by 0.2 of a second. Trying to work on that 75 machine, babbles just a little bit, coming off of 2, a little better in 3 and 4 for that 73 machine of Truman Asher, Cole Ryan, and Braden Royce. That is your top 4. Halfway home this next time by Cameron English, a little out of shape there, able to keep it going. And we've got, oh, nope, we got one around, back to going. We're racing still. The green flag still flies. Truman Asher gets a good run coming down the back stretch, but that lead cut down just a little bit. But we are going to get into some lap traffic. We'll see how that plays out as we've got 11 down, 9 to go. 11 down, 9 to go. This time by Ray Martin into some lap traffic. Truman Asher pulls right to the rear bumper. Oh, we've got one around right in front of the leaders. The
Yellow's on, yellow's on, yellow's on, yellow's on.
Around right in front of the leaders. Boy, that could have been catastrophic. The leaders able to dodge that 27X machine. Race Martin, Truman Asher, Cole Ryan, Brandon Royce, and Braden Abrams. That is your top 5.
All right, 27 will go tailback for the caution. The rest of the lineup is correct with 11 laps complete.
Race command.
On the restart, 73T in around 73. 73's in, 51C out, 75B in, 243 out, 12H in, 33 out, 24S in, 13J out, 11 is in, 27 will be out, and 03 will be out.
And ready to go.
Correction, 27 move up outside the 11. 03 is one to start tailback. Yellow's going to stay on. We're not going green this time.
Nope.
27 move up on the outside of the 11 car. 03 wants to start tailback.
Make sure we get everybody.
There you go. All right, tighten it up, drivers. We're going to go 1 to go this time.
All right, 1 to go this time by Race Martin.
All right, drivers, safety lights out. 11 laps are down, 9 to go. We're going green flag racing this time.
Run through that lap traffic as we do have 11 laps down, 9 to go as they head off into the Rob's Trucking restart zone. Green flag high in the air. We are back racing. Race Martin, Truman Asher, Cole Ryan. Cole Ryan gets a good run. That time pulls the rear bumper, crosses back over to the bottom side as we got them side by side for that P2 and P3 position. But working that top side. Looky here, coming from the tail up to 4th. That is Jeremy Curlis working that top side to perfection. Trying to battle that 243 machine. And we'll take the lead. Nope, not that time by in 5th. Drop Brandon Royce back to 6th. But still a good battle as we've got 14 down, 6 to go. 14 down, 6 to go in this Valley MO. Truman Asher not going away. Right there on the back of that 75 machine. Waiting for that young man to make a mistake so he can pounce. Pulls right to the rear bumper as we enter off into 1 and 2. 4 laps remaining, 16 down, 4 to go, 16 down, 4 to go. Great rebound for that 33 machine as we've got one crossed up. Cameron English crossed up there again as we may get into some lap traffic before this thing is over. 17 down, 3 to go. 17 down, 3 to go. Truman Asher showing the nose to that 75 machine. Yeah, that 75 machine working that bottom side. 18 down, 2 to go this time by. 18 down, 2 to go this time by for that 75 machine of Race Martin. Cole Ryan in second, white flag this time by. Could get exciting here as we've got one car around, able to control it, go pull it to the inside. And your feature winner tonight will be Race Martin, Truman Asher, Cole Ryan, and Jeremy Curlis. That is your top 4. I'll head down track side to get a word with our.
All right, drivers, that will be a complete race, complete race. Car 03 will go to the front straight with the winner for the contingency award. Car 03 to the front straight with the winner for the contingency award.
Pulled into victory lane in that 75. Machine gets her turned off. Got the helmet off. Climbing out of the car, you're a feature winner tonight, Race Martin. Race, I'm going to get a word with you before we get our photos. Helps me get back to the tower. I'm getting old and I need as much time as I can get. Race, did you feel that 73 right there with you the whole time? Truman Asher was doing everything can, was waiting for you to make a mistake, which you did not. You know, you're becoming quite the race car driver.
I'm trying. I heard him the whole time. I was like, man, just don't mess up. Just don't mess up. They hit this hole a few times. I was like, no. It was all right.
Well, hey, who do you got to think gets you up down the road? And let's say this. Look, I guarantee you Grandpa's up there just smiling like nobody's business right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this one's for him for sure. For sure.
Well, who do you got to think gets you up and down the road every week?
My dad, of course, Hillbilly Jake, cousin Gunner, Cameron Grindstaff, cousin Chris Martin. It's everybody that comes out every night.
Well, hey, Valley fans, give it up to you one more time. You're a feature winner of the night, Race Martin. Hey, Cameron English, how are you doing, young man? One of our rookies here, first season. This is probably only your 6th, 7th race, maybe?
Yeah, this is my 6th race, so I'm starting to learn a little bit about the car.
Yeah, well, it's coming along tonight. You won the contingency, my friend. Great coupons for parts and things like that. But again, great to see the young man out here giving it his all. Got a left rear go down there right at the end of the race. But, hey, it happens. But, hey, keep up the good work.
Thank you so much.
All right, head it back up to the tower. Up for our Mod Light IMCA. A feature event.
Lights go ahead and start rolling.
All right. BR IMCA Mod Light Division. 20 laps the distance. Starting on the pole, the 04 of Zach Christopher. Starting outside of him, the bus driver. In that 98 machine, that is Jeff Rafferty starting inside.
All right, drivers, be a 20-lap feature event. We're going to give you a 1 to go at the flag stand. This will be your wave lap, drivers. We'll give you a 1 to go this time.
Mike Rafferty, this is your wave lap. This time by caution lights are out. We're going racing. This time by
Safety lights are out, drivers. Green flag this time. Here we go.
got the 46 of Dylan Rafferty starting inside third row. Maxwell Rafferty outside of him. As we'll go green this time by Zach Christopher on the loud pedal. Good start for Michael Rafferty as we got White Castle served up already. Crossing back over Jeff Rafferty to the lead, but Dylan Rafferty from 5th to 3rd in the first lap. Again, crosses up there. Jeff Rafferty gets a good run. We've got him side by side going into 1 and 2 for 2 laps down this time by. But Dylan Rafferty in that 46 machine pulls up into 2nd. Three laps down, 17 to go. As Dylan Rafferty tries to run down his brother Michael Rafferty in that 41 machine. Jeff Rafferty trying to stay with those 2 lead cars with Tyler Farrell running 4th. Going to get into some lap traffic here shortly as we've got 5 down, 15 to go. 5 down, 15 to go. As Michael Rafferty able to hold off that 46 machine. We want to get into some lap traffic as Dylan Rafferty pulls to that rear quarter panel of that 41 machine as they both work around the 84 of Joe Gunn. Dylan Rafferty sprints them. We've got them side by side going into 3 and 4. Michael Rafferty able to hold him off. Jeff Rafferty in 3rd. Tyler Farrell in 4th as we've got 9 laps down this next time by. 9 laps down for Michael Rafferty. Dylan Rafferty in 2nd. Less than .232 separates your 1st and 2nd place driver. Dylan Rafferty changes up his line there. Working that top side. Tries to get around that 41 machine of Michael Rafferty as we're going to get into some lap traffic here with Matthew Rafferty as we've got him side by side down the back stretch. Michael Rafferty working that low line as we've got him splitting them there 3 wide, and we got a new leader that time by. Dylan Rafferty to the lead. Michael battles back on the bottom side as we've got him side by side going down the back stretch. 11 laps down, make that 12 laps down this time by for your new leader, Dylan Rafferty. Michael Rafferty in 2nd. Jeff Rafferty in 3rd. Tyler Farrell in 4th. But Dylan Rafferty picking them up and putting them down. In that 46 machine, 4-time IMC national champion and current leader of the national championship points right now. Again, going to get in some lap traffic. Going to see if Michael Rafferty can run him down. Gets around the lap car of Joe Gunn. 15 down, 5 to go. 4 fingers and a thumb left in this A feature event. As Dylan Rafferty going to get into some more lap traffic here as he works to get around that 04 machine of Zach Christopher. Working that top shelf to perfection right up against the cushion, carrying that momentum. Dives down to the bottom side, runs across that really good moisture there on the bottom. White flag next time by. White flag next time by. As we've got one around.
Yellow's on. Car spun in between 3 and 4. Go high in 3 and 4. Go high in 3 and 4.
Caution on the racetrack brought out by Matthew Rafferty. Gonna bunch them all back together. That 46 machine did not want to see that as he had gotten out to a 3.301 lead over the field.
All right, 46, 41, 98, 34,
Along with that
04, 73, 84, it'll be 84, 73.
Finish here. These can always get exciting.
All right, on the restart, 41, in or out.
Mike
41 in, 98 out, 34 in, 04 out, 84 in, 73 out. All right, drivers, be a green, white checker, green, white checker. We'll go green flag this time. Lights out, we're going to go green flag this time.
As Dylan Rafferty leads them down the back chute. 3 laps to determine the winner of this IMCA Mod Light feature event. Green flag flies, green flag flies. Everybody kind of working that bottom side in that first 4 group. White flag this time by for Dylan Rafferty. But headed down the back chute, hustling his way through 3 and 4. Your feature winner tonight in that 46 machine, that is Dylan Rafferty. Michael Rafferty in second, Jeff Rafferty third, Tyler Farrell fourth. That is your top.
All right, drivers, that'll be a complete race, drivers, complete race. Car 84, 84, you'll stop on the front straight. Car 84 on the front straight with the winner for the contingency award. Again, car 84.
Getting his helmet off. Safety equipment, Hans device off. Climbing up and out of the car. Valley fans, your feature winner tonight, Dylan Rafferty. Hey, Dylan, come over here. I want to talk to you first, Dylan, before. Well, started in the tail, worked yourself up through there. Mike was pretty quick, getting faster and faster, that's for sure. What did it take? The racetrack's changing up a little bit. Last week it was hammer down heavy. This week got a little bit of character, a little slick there entering one. What did you think?
Yeah, Mike made some changes fast there. So let's not tell him that. I'm going to tell him he looked really bad, so he changes it back. What do you think?
I think I'm going to go down and tell him that he looked great. We got to get somebody to come up here and beat you.
Yeah, it sucks. So many of our guys went up to Nebraska to race tonight.
Yeah, well, they had big money on the line up there, I'm sure, pulling everybody up there. But, hey, where are we at in the national points, man?
That's why I'm mad they went up there. It kind of sucks for me points down here because lower car count we have here, less points I get makes it tough. Yep. So, I don't know. See what we can do.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, hey, give it up to your A feature winner tonight, 4-time national IMCA Mod Light champion, Dylan Rafferty. Joe Gunn. How are you doing, my friend?
Not bad, not bad.
Well, hey, tonight you win the Contingency Connection Award tonight. Great coupons, things like that for parts in there. All right? All right. Have a good night, my friend.
You too. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. All right. Headed back up to the tower to get our USRA A feature event. Looky there, Dylan Rafferty giving away his trophy to one of our young fans.
Just go ahead and roll.
USRA B-Mods on the racetrack. The 75 of Sebastian Wolfenberger starting on the pole. Last week's feature winner here in that 2X machine. That is
All right, drivers, this will be a 25-lap feature event, 25 laps. Next time by, you'll get the one to go. Next time by, we'll
get the one to go, the 14. Up Cameron Grindstaff after a great heat race starting. Second row inside, outside of him, Travis Alexander out of Tugganox, Kansas. Starting inside, third row. In that 81 machine, that is Austin Charles.
All right, drivers, this will be your wave lap. We'll give you one to go this time, drivers.
That is wave lap this time by. Ready for 25 laps of USRA as Sebastian Wolfenberger leads them off into the Rob's Trucking restart zone. Gets a great start. Cole Hampton in second, Cameron Grindstaff third. As they hustle them on down, Cole Hamilton gets a great run. We've got them side by side in 1 and 2. Good, clean racing. But the leader of that first lap will be Cole Hamilton. Sebastian Wolfenberger working that top side to near perfection. We've got a new leader that time by Sebastian Wolfenberger back up to the lead. Cole Hampton in second. Cameron Grindstaff third. And Austin Charles fourth. 3 laps down this time by. 3 laps down this time by. Got a challenge shaping up for that third place position between Austin Charles and Cameron Grindstaff. And Sebastian Wolfenberger hustles them on down through 1 and 2. Cole Hampton about a car length and a half off of him. As we'll have 5 laps down this time by 20 to go. 5 laps down, 20 to go. Sebastian Wolfenberger, Cole Hamilton, Cameron Grindstaff, and Austin Charles, Travis Alexander. That is your top 5. Sebastian Wolfenberger pulled out a little bit further lead, about 2/10 that time by. See if Cole Hamilton can run him back down. He did cut into that lead by 2/10 that time by. Working that bottom shelf, trying to try that out. But looky here, coming up from the tail, high flying Mike Ryan working that top shelf up into almost a top 5. But here we go, battle for the lead. Sebastian Wolfenberger and Cole Hamilton putting on a show tonight as we've got 9 laps down. $14 to go. No. 16 to go. Make that 15 to go this time by. As Sebastian Wolfenberger, Cole Hamilton battle door to door there. Good race throughout the field here tonight in our USRA B-Mod division. Going to get into some lap traffic here in the next couple laps as we've been green the first 11 laps of this feature. This will be the 12th lap, 13 to go after this. 13 to go after this as Sebastian Wolfenberger runs right through the center of the racetrack just almost perfectly. Stretches it out to just about a half a second lead as again we're going to get into some lap traffic of Chapman. See how Sebastian Wolfenberger navigates that as Cole Hamilton right there on his rear bumper. Hamilton changes up his line, D's off the racetrack there just a little bit, trying to get to that rear bumper of that 75 machine of Sebastian Wolfenberger. Wolfenberger able to get around Chapman, puts the car lap down as we'll have 15 down this time by. 15 down this time by. 10 to go as we went green all 15 laps so far. Sebastian Wolfenberger, Cole Hamilton, Austin Charles able to get around the 14 of Cameron Grindstaff, put him in that top 3 in a podium spot. 16 down. Make that 17 down. 8 to go. 17 down, 8 to go. As Sebastian Wolfenberger pulling out a little bit farther lead there over Cole Hamilton. Cole trying to cool his stuff off before he makes a run here as the time in the hourglass running out as we'll have 19 down this time by. 19 down this time by. Good racing throughout the field. We're going to get into some lap cars. Sebastian Wolfenberger. 20 laps remaining. Or excuse me, 5 laps remaining. 4 fingers and a thumb as he works that bottom side to perfection. Cole Hamilton cuts into that lead by about 0.2 of a second. $22 down, 3 to go. 22 down, 3 to go for the 75 of Sebastian Wolfenberger. Cole Hamilton cuts into the lead that time by as he's able to get around that 25 machine of Chapman. Puts a car in between him and that second place car. But Hamilton working that bottom side. White flag this time by for that young man. Never won a feature. Smooth through 1 and 2. Working that bottom to perfection. Picking up your feature win. First time ever. First time ever for the 75 of Sebastian Wolfenberger, picking up his first feature win ever. Going to head back down Cole's side to get a word with that young man. His first win.
That will be a complete race
ever.
Car 25 to the front
In the
straight.
USRA B-Mod
Car
division.
25 to the front
Sebastian
straight
Wolfenberger.
with the winner for the contingency prize. Again,
Hamilton running
25.
second, and Austin Charles running third. That was your top three. Head down track side here. I'm sure we're going to have one heck of a celebration down here. First time ever feature winner here at Valley Speedway. Pulling into victory lane. You can hear him screaming. Grandpa Larry up in heaven doing a jig right now, I'm sure, for that young man up and out of the car. How happy is he on the roof? Sebastian Wolfenbarger, your USRA B-Mod feature winner tonight. His brother Gunnar been driving that car, told me he was going to step away and let his brother drive a little bit. Try it out, as they've been struggling with that MB Custom they had. But it's been getting faster and faster. But here we go. Got his little girl up in his arms, picking up his first feature win ever. Getting hugs by everybody. Holding off last week's feature winner in that 2X machine of Cole Hamilton. Well, Sebastian, did you think we were going to be here?
No, I didn't actually. I finally got the monkey off my back. This one goes out to my pops. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be racing. And special thanks to my brother Gunnar. He has a badass race car.
Yeah. Well, I as I was coming down from the tower, I said, I guarantee you, Grandpa Larry's doing a jig up in heaven right now as his grandson picks up his very first A feature win of his career. So, hey, who do you got to thank? Get you up and down the road every week, make this all happen. I know Gunnar, your big brother's got a big handle in getting you in this car tonight, as you've been running a different car here throughout the season, and you're right there in the points chase too. So this is big. This is a big one for you tonight.
Yeah, first off, I want to thank my pops and Scotty Martin. He's helped me out so much. My brother, just everybody that helps get these cars ready to roll. It takes a lot.
Yeah, it sure does. Well, hey, let me come close. We're going to do it one time. Valley fans, give it up for your A feature winner in the 75, Sebastian Wolfenberger. Gotta love seeing that young man. Can remember my very first feature win. It's one you never forget, that's for sure, as they lost their grandfather here 3 weeks ago. And like I said as I was coming down, I know Grandpa Larry's up there dancing a jig right now for his grandson. So I'm back up in the tower, get last for our nightcap of the evening, as we've got one more remaining, 20 laps for our IMCA Mocan Race Saver Sprint cars. Gotta love that. First time ever feature winner. Driving his brother's car. A perfect race. Went green to checkered. 25 laps as we push off these Mocan IMCA Spree 05 sprint cars. Okay. Getting these cars fired off here. We'll get them racked and stacked and ready to attack here. Starting on the pole in the 43 machine, that is Jake Greenwood. Starting outside of him in the 33W, that'll be Landon Muhlenberger. Starting inside, second row in the number 9, that is Lanny Moore. Starting outside of him, or her, excuse me, in the 4B or 4 machine, that is Brett Combs. Starting inside row number 3, the 21 of Kurt Evans. Starting outside of him in that 6 machine, that is Logan Moore. Starting inside row number 4, last time's feature winner here at Valley Speedway, that is Jay Russell. Starting inside or outside row number 4 in that 46 machine, that is Peyton White. Starting 9th on the field in the 17X, that is Jake Martins. Starting outside of him in the 17.
All right, drivers, everybody's rolling. Let's work on lining them up. Let's get them lined up.
Turnbull and the 1 of Greg Murray. And starting tailback on the field after having some problems in the heat race, the 4K of Kendall Weiberth. And outside of him, the 55 of Kenny Potter. Well, race fans,
all right, drivers.
You've been waiting all night.
We'll go 1 to go and you come around this time. Let's see if we can get them lined up and go 1 to go.
1 to go this next time by. Pick your favorite color for number favorite driver. As this is the wave lap. About to get crazy down here at Thunder in the Valley. You wanted the best. You've got them 2 abreast. Your Mocan IMCA Sprint Car Division. Pulling those belts tight, cleaning those visors as we're headed off into the Rob's Trucking start zone. Have to be side by side, green flag high in the air, and we are racing here at Valley Speedway. Greenwood slides up the racetrack, allows Muhlenberg. We got them side by side going into 1 and 2, already racing side by side, but we'll lead that first lap. The 33 of Muhlenberger. Muhlenberger, Greenwood, White, and Moore. That's your top 5 as we got 1 around. Caution on the racetrack. Brought out for the 6.
Right, yellow's on, yellow's on, yellow's
machine
on.
of Logan Moore. Bad luck for the 6 machine of Logan Moore running 6 as it gets crossed up there in 1 and 2. But boy, did we have a battle there in that first, second, third.
All right, let's single
2 laps down, 23 to go.
Caution's on the 6
17
car
to
there,
go.
6 laps to start and tail back.
Are we going 20 or 25? All right, correction. We are going 25 tonight in our IMCA MoCan Sprint Series, as it looks like the 5T.
Get a single file, driver. Single file, so
on the
check the
front
lineup.
stretch. Something awry on that Turnbull Motorsports 5T machine.
All right, 78 goes behind the 17. 78 goes behind 17.
Let's see if we can get that 5T machine fired back off. We do. The six of Logan Martin.
5T goes in behind
More
78C. 5T goes in behind
Goes on to the right
78C.
there in the middle of 1 and 2. We'll have to take that to the tail.
You go 1 to go this time, 2 down, 23 to go. You go 1 to go this time.
1 to go this time by. As we will go single file, as that is the rule package with our IMCA MoCan Sprint cars. But lineup is correct. Muhlenberger leads them off into the Rob Strucking restart, going, gets on the loud pedal, green flag high in the air, hustles them on down through 1 and 2. Greenwood, White, Moore, that is your top 4. Peyton White up to second, gets around Greenwood, as we've got a good battle for that second, third, and fourth place position. Is Greenwood back?
All right, yellow's on. Go low in 3 and 4. Go low in 3 and 4.
In 1 and 4 of Greg Murray. Turned around, went on a little bit of a tilt-a-whirl ride there. 3 laps down, 22 to go. Jay Russell up to...
All right, after the number 4 car, it is 76, 17, 21, and 78. Lineup will be correct once we get the 1 going. It's correct.
Correct.
3 down, 22 to go.
1 of Murray push back off. See if we can... See if he can rejoin the field here. But Peyton White started 8th, running 2nd. That is your big mover so far in that 46 machine. Running P2, wants to be P1. As they work to get that one machine pointed the right way so we can get that car fired back off. Race command talking to the drivers. Again, we've got 3 laps down in this 25-lap feature event as we work to get that one machine of Murray pointed in the right direction, get it refired here. right, looks like. Get that in and out box locked in there on the one machine. Get him pushed back off here so he can rejoin the field.
All right, one, catch the tail. We'll go one to go this time. We'll go one to go this time, driver.
All right, one to go this time by. Keep an eye out on that 46.
All right, driver, safety lights are out. 3 down, 22 to go. We're going green flag this time. Here we go.
Second. Setting P2 wants to be P1. As he head off into the Rops Trucking restart zone. Green flag high in the air. We are back racing here at Valley Speedway. Mullenberger, White, Greenwood, and we've got 2 around, but we're going to stay clean and green as Murray's going to pull off into the infield there, and we've got a challenge for the lead. The 46 machine of Peyton White taking over.
All right, yellow's on, yellow's on, yellow's on.
That young man is not going to want to see that, as he'll have to go back one spot there to the last recorded lap. Four laps down, 21 to go. 4 laps down, 21 to go.
$4K up one spot. 4K goes up one spot.
Get the one machine.
All right, 4K goes in front of the 6. 4K goes in front of the 6. The only car that didn't cross on that was one in the infield, so that lap's going to count. All right, driver's lineup is good. 4 down, 21 to
Lineup
go.
is correct. 4 down. Got that one machine fired back.
All right, drivers, you're going to get the one to go when you come around this time. Get one to go this time when you come around.
Next time by, one to go next time by for your leader, Landon Muhlenberger. And then
all right, drivers, 4 laps are down. We're going to shut the lights off and go green flag this time.
21 to go. Green flag high in the air. We are back racing here at Valley Speedway. White gets a good run down the backstretch. Gets around Mullenberg. They get hooked together. Allows the 43 of Glenwood to pull right to the back of him, working that top side. Greenwood up to second. Lot of laps left. All righty, got another one around.
Yellow's on, yellow's on. Go high in 3 and 4. Go high in 3 and 4.
That will be his third. He'll have
All right, car number 1, that's 3 cautions. You're going to have to take it to the pits. Car 1, they're going to have to push you to the pits.
That will end Murray's night tonight. You'll have to go back and work on the handling of that race car before it can come back out the next time they're here at Valley Speedway. Well, we do have a new leader. 6 laps down. Peyton White up to P1 in that 46 machine. Greenwood up to second. All right, getting that one machine pushed back track side. Lineup is correct. Push him off into the infield here.
Leave him in the infield if we can. Just leave him in the infield. That's fine. Before we get going. Leave him in the infield. Leave the car in the infield. All right, drivers. Safety light's going to go out.
All right, safety lights
Six
are gonna
down,
go out.
six
We're gonna
down. We're going to go green
back
flag
to
this time.
green flag racing here. Peyton White lead them down the back stretch. Lead them off into the Rob's Trucking restart zone. Green flag will fly. Green flag will fly. Good start for Peyton White there. As we've got them 3 wide hustling through. Three and 4, but we got a battle for that second place. Muhlenberger takes that second place over Greenwood as Peyton White starts working that, stretching that lead out. Peyton White, 7 laps down, 18 to go. 7 laps down, 18 to go. Peyton White out to a 1.054 lead that time by over Muhlenberger, Greenwood, and more. That is your top 4. Gonna get into some lap traffic here pretty quickly. Have to watch that as Jay Russell picks off another one there with Logan Moore. Moves Jay up into 8th. As Muhlenberg gets a little crossed up there, allows Greenwood to get around that 33 machine as we are halfway home. We've got one around, caution on the racetrack.
Yellow's on, yellow's on, yellow's on.
Twelve laps down. $13 to go.
All right, drivers, 11 laps are complete. 11 complete. Lineup is correct as it is right now.
Complete. Peyton White, Muhlenberger, Greenwood, Moore, and Martins. That is your top 5. Get Wymuth refired here. Gonna have to tag the tail. As Peyton White had got a great start on that last restart. lot of racing left here in this nightcap A feature.
All right, drivers, lineup is good. Safety lights out. We'll go green flag racing this time, 11 laps down.
11 laps down. Green flag flies this time by. Peyton White leads them off into the Rob Strucking restart zone. Steps on the loud pedal. Green flag high in the air. We are back racing at Valley Speedway. Everybody wants that bottom side. Few guys working that top line. But Peyton White out to a good restart again. Able to get out about a second and a half lead as Martin gets around more. Curtis up in there in the battle as that bottom line seems to be where everybody wants, down in that moisture. Looks like Greenwood trying to stop down that 46 machine of Peyton White. Down, 10 to go, 15 down, 10 to go. Peyton White stretching out that lead to a 1.634 last time by. Make that 16 down, 9 to go. See if Greenwood could track down that 46 machine of Peyton White. As yellow on the racetrack, red on the racetrack.
All right,
red on the
drivers,
racetrack.
red
We've
is
got
on,
one
red's on,
upside
red's
down
on.
in 3 and 4. Upside down in 3 and 4. Waiting on some word from track officials.
All right, drivers, we have 17 laps complete. They got this car uprighted, so this should not be a very long red.
Driver up and out of the car and okay. Can't see that number from here.
All right, looks like our driver's out of car. Appears to be okay. So we'll be going back yellow here momentarily, drivers.
We'll be going back to yellow here momentarily. We'll get everybody pushed back off as we do have 17 down, 8 laps to go in this nightcap A feature in our MoCan IMCA Sprint Car Division. Driver is okay, got safety out there. We'll work to get him up on the hook here and up and off the racetrack. But your lineup will go a little something like this. Setting P1 in that 46 machine. Peyton White. Took that lead on lap 5. Over Jake Greenwood in that 43 machine. The 33W of Landon Muhlenberger. That is your third place runner. Jake Martin up to 4th and Brett Combe in 5th. That is your top 5. We'll work to get that car up and on the hook, get these push vehicles behind each of these cars. This is a closed red. So crew's not allowed to do anything to the race cars, as it is a closed red. But got that car up and on the hook, coming down the front stretch. That was the 78C of Chase Cody in that car.
All right, drivers, yellow's going to come on, and we'll start idling around the track here and get everybody going. The safety crew is still down in 3 and 4, so if when you take off, just watch for the officials in 3 and 4.
Looks like maybe a Jacob ladder broke there on it. A little bit of wing damage. Not a ton of damage on that car. All righty, we'll get these cars pushed back off as we're going to go to yellow.
All right, drivers, we're going to start pushing. If you got somebody behind you, wave them on to start pushing you.
Pushing these cars off. And let's get them fired up as we're going to have an 8-lap dash to the end of this A feature event in our MoK and IMCA Sprint Car Division. Does that 43 of Jake Greenwood got anything for that young man in that 46 machine?
All right, drivers, 17 laps are complete, 8 to go.
17 laps down, 8 to go.
All right, it's 46, 43, 33, 17X, 4, 21, 9, 76, 4K, 6, 55.
All right.
'76 is up there behind that 9 car.
Race command.
4K, you're behind 76. 4K goes behind 76, and then it's 6. All right, good job, drivers. You got it. We'll give you 1 to go when you come around, and again, there'll be 8 laps remaining.
All right, 8 laps. The distance lineup is correct. We'll give them 1 to go next time by. 8-lap dash.
All right, drivers, here you go. Get the 1 to go right here.
See if we can finish this thing out under green.
All right, safety lights are out. 8 laps to go. Here we go.
Into turns 3, into the Rops Trucking restart zone. Steps on the loud pedal, green flag high in the air. We are back racing here at Valley Speedway. Peyton White with a great start. Out to just about a second lead. Racetrack slowed down just a little bit, about a half second slower than it was in hot laps and heat races this evening. As we've got 19 down, make that 20 this time by. 5 to go. 5 to go this time by. 4 fingers and a thumb for that racer in that 46 machine, Peyton White. Greenwood. Martin up to third. Good move, as we've got a great battle between that third, fourth, and fifth place position. As we got 22 down that time by. Make that 23 down that time by. White flag this time by for the 46. Peyton White. Greenwood in second. Combs in third. Martin in fourth, but checkered will fly for your feature winner tonight in our MoCan IMCA Sprint Car Division. Head down trackside to get.
All right, drivers, that is a complete race. All right, that's a complete race. Car 5555, you'll be the contingency recipient of this one, so if you could stop at the front stretch and get car 55 to the front stretch with the winner.
You have a few t-shirts to throw out tonight, thanks to Jay Russell. Here we come. Fans, shirts coming out over the top here. Here, you look like an extra large. There you go, free t-shirt, my friend. All right. Gonna head down trackside. Still got a couple t-shirts to give out. But your winner tonight, up and out of the car here shortly. Let me get down here to trackside. You're welcome. Here you go. You look like a large. And I got one more large t-shirt to give away here before I head down trackside. Here you go, young man. You're welcome. Yeah, let me interview him. Sorry about that. I was taking a little young man. Got up on the wheel, got the elbows up tonight. Was a good run, started 8th, was in P5 or P2 before lap 5, picked up the win. What'd you think of the racetrack tonight? How was the surface? Where were you working? What's going on?
Track was good from the past few weeks. Yeah, it's pretty tricky getting off of 2. Yeah, it was really, there's a slick spot, and then getting into 1 here, there's a little hole that would bounce you up, and then it'd be a struggle to get off of 2. But otherwise, going into 3, I can kind of hold on the wood going in there. Use a little brake to get the corner. Car was pretty good.
Good. Hey, who do you got to thank? And actually, I got to ask, because I don't know you guys. You guys travel around, but you can't be but, 15 years old?
That's exactly what I am.
Yeah, I'm 15-year-old Peyton White picking up feature win here at Valley Speedway. Who do you got to think gets you up and down the racetrack every week?
My dad, Jeremiah, Dick's Honda, Linnaeus Stiff and Clip, that Speedway motor. Really turning in there. Clem's Helmets, Engler Machine and Tool, Kreisel over at the Dyno, Missouri Barber Company, Busos Detail Service, Worldwide Barons, and my whole family, really.
Yeah. Well, hey, Valley fans, give it up for him one more time. You're a 15-year-old A feature winner tonight, Peyton White. And on behalf of Valley Speedway, we'd like to thank you very much for coming out tonight. Be safe. If you have been drinking, please have a designated drivers. We want you to make it home safe and back here again next week. But this is me, your voice of Valley Speedway, Sean Burns, signing off tonight. Thank you again. Come back and join us next week for another great night of racing here at Valley Speedway.